OSRIC? What the heck's an OSRIC? Let's find out. Hi folks, Old Man Grognard here. Today I want to do a review of the first retro clone, which to my knowledge is OSRIC. OSRIC stands for Old School Reference and Index Compilation. That gives you kind of a clue about what it was first about. Little history here. The first tens of the millennium, Matthew Finch had an idea for what they call a system reference document. Okay, so he wanted to use this so people could actually have some kind of license document to use to make supplements and adventures for first edition AD&D. Okay, good idea. I mean, he didn't even have a game in mind. He just wanted to put all the info there. This is what you can base it on, okay, without having to worry about IPs and all that kind of stuff. Well, it was published. Well, guess what? It took off. It took off as a game too. I mean, people were using it for that, the third-party stuff, but they were also using it with their 1E stuff because they're going, yay, we got something still in print that we can use with this stuff. And they came in two flavors, if you hadn't noticed. This is the big old hardback right here, which is a nice book. And this is my favorite, the digest size, because I'm all about digest size. These are about 400 pages. Not a light book, but still one book. Here's what they look like on the inside. This is from the digest version, and it's really nice. You got a nice 2-column layout, plenty of tables, some nice artwork in there, black and white artwork. They break it down really nice, and anybody who's ever played first edition AD&D, they're going to be right at home. Here's what the monsters look like, because this also has the monster manual in it and the DMG. And really nice, like I said, 2 columns laid out real easy. You can find all the monsters in there. My problem with it is very minor stuff, very minor stuff. Things like the way they organize the monsters. The way they organize the monsters is by type. You know, there's the humanoid type and the creature type and the low-life type. You've seen this in like the creature catalog, things like that. I don't really like that because I want a straight up A to Z monster book. So I can't figure out what type of monster it is. But the saving grace in these books is they have in the front some tables of contents, not only for the book, but they have monsters alphabetically, which is nice. They have spells by sphere. They have spells by name, by level. So they do a good job making up for that. So I don't really have that much of a problem as long as they give me something like that. And if you're going to have and it's got a really comprehensive index in the back. And if you're going to have a book this big, you got to have an index. You really do. You know, any game book, as far as I'm concerned, needs an index. Now, I have both of them here because I just happened to, I had this for quite a while. I bought this at North Texas RPG Con. And I got this one, I happened to stumble upon it at Half Price Books. So, it was a no-brainer. The reason I have 2 of them is this one, unfortunately, I can read this without my glasses. This one, not so much, even though I love it. So, this one is the one I take and sit down and I want to read it. This is the one I put on the table, along with the 1E books to use. And the nice thing, and one of the nicest things about this is I love these old 1E books. I think they're absolutely great. They got great stuff in them, things you can use, which a lot of it you can find in here. But I'll use this one. Only because in the heat of playing, I want a book where I can actually go through and boom, find what I want. All the high gygaxian is left out, and all they give you is, okay, this is how you do it, type thing. Gary, God knows I love you, Gary, but if you're trying to find something in these books quickly, it's real hard. So that's always why I have a copy of OSRIC on the table. I mean, there isn't all that much difference between this and the 1E stuff. These go hand in hand right here. I've heard there are differences in charts and stuff, but I'm not to chart. I mean, it'll work. You know, whatever it does will work. If there's a problem with like experience levels and how the gain levels and how fast you do and stuff like, we can adjudicate that. I can adjudicate that. I can actually go back to the table and say, okay, this is BS, so let's use this. So I'm not really worried about that stuff because this is just, it's brilliant. And like I said, this is on its second edition. So if you want these, first of all, as I've said before, the PDFs, they're free. I'll have links to all this stuff down there. But the PDFs are free. You get the hardcover through Black Blade Publishing. That's about, it runs you about 21 bucks for the hardcover. The digest size, you'll find around $13 to $15, $16 on Lulu. Now, the nice thing about Lulu is you can get the digest size like this, or you can get a comb bound one, which is spiral bound so it lays flat, which is really handy, especially if you're trying to look up something with one hand and rolling dice with another or something like that, which I really like. Anyway, that's my review of OSRIC. Go check it out. It really gives a great 1E flavor and it cuts to the chase. I love it. So you got any questions or comments on this? Just feel free to contact me at oldmangrognard@gmail.com. And until next time, bye-bye.